Most people think staying home all the time is laziness, or fear, or some internet addiction that got out of hand. Sometimes it is, but if you spend enough time around people who rarely leave the house, you notice something strange. Many of them are not lazy at all. Some work hard, some read constantly, some think too much. They are not always hiding from the world. Sometimes they are hiding from the feeling the world gives them. There is a difference. A person can love people and still avoid going outside. They can want connection and still ignore messages for 3 days. They can miss their friends while also feeling relieved every time plans get canceled. That contradiction confuses people. For some, staying home slowly becomes a lifestyle. And once it does, leaving starts to feel oddly unnatural, like wearing shoes on the wrong feet. Nothing dramatic, just wrong enough to make every step uncomfortable. Most people never notice how much energy daily life demands until their mind stops cooperating. Simple things become negotiations. Taking a shower turns into a small debate. Going to the store requires preparation. Answering a text feels like paperwork. Meanwhile, everyone else seems to move automatically. Wake up, leave, return, repeat. Some people lose that automatic gear. Psychologists call this avoidance behavior. In real life, it rarely looks neat. It often starts small. Someone turns down one invitation because they feel drained, then another. Then they cancel plans because they do not feel social enough to perform being okay for 3 hours somewhere loud. After enough repetitions, staying home stops feeling like a break. It starts feeling safer. The human brain loves safety, even when safety shrinks your life. That's the trap. Avoidance works at first. If going outside makes you anxious, staying inside gives relief, immediate relief. The brain remembers that, so next time anxiety appears, it pushes you toward the same solution. Stay home, cancel plans. The relief lasts a little while, then the world outside becomes slightly more unfamiliar, harder, louder, so the next trip feels worse than before. That cycle can quietly shape a whole life, and many people living this way know exactly what is happening. That awareness often makes them feel worse because they watch themselves becoming smaller while still struggling to stop it. Shame also plays a role people miss. When someone disappears socially long enough, returning feels awkward. They have to explain themselves. Where have you been? You never come out anymore. The comments are usually harmless jokes, but when someone already feels disconnected, even mild attention is uncomfortable. So they avoid people a little longer, then longer again. Eventually, reaching out feels harder than isolation itself. No dramatic breakdown, just smaller and smaller participation in life, one canceled dinner at a time. Technology makes this easier. Years ago, isolation required effort. Now it barely requires hands. Work, food, entertainment, social interaction, everything arrives at the door. For someone already leaning toward withdrawal, this setup feels perfect, until it doesn't. A person can get used to almost anything, even loneliness, especially loneliness with good Wi-Fi. There's also a personality difference people ignore. Some individuals genuinely need less social stimulation. That's not automatically unhealthy. The problem begins when solitude stops being a preference and becomes a fear-based routine. Healthy solitude feels restorative. Unhealthy isolation feels heavy. From the outside, both can look identical. And isolation is not always caused by fear. Sometimes it comes from disappointment. Maybe they were bullied for years. Maybe every friendship felt one-sided. Maybe they worked customer service for a decade and reached their lifetime limit for fake smiles. After enough negative experiences, withdrawal can start feeling rational. Not healthy, but rational. The mind makes calculations based on memory. If social experiences repeatedly lead to stress, rejection, or exhaustion, the brain asks, why keep volunteering for this? The evidence on prolonged isolation is not encouraging. Memory quietly worsens, stress hormones stay elevated, depression becomes harder to argue with. The immune system, which most people assume operates independently of their social life, turns out to be surprisingly sensitive to chronic loneliness. None of this happens dramatically. It accumulates the way debt does, unnoticed until the number is hard to ignore. The hard part is that isolation also protects people from short-term pain. A person who avoids social situations avoids embarrassment, rejection, overstimulation. The brain counts this as success. Meanwhile, the long-term damage arrives quietly. That is why many isolated people feel stuck. Going outside feels stressful, staying inside feels empty, so they remain in the middle, postponing change while hoping motivation appears one morning. Usually it does not. Recovery usually looks nothing like a movie, not a sudden breakthrough, more like a short walk, one answered message, a 5-minute conversation. Tiny actions matter because avoidance shrinks tolerance gradually, and rebuilding often works the same way in reverse: slow, uneven, real. So if someone in your life rarely leaves the house, resist reducing them to a stereotype. Some are struggling with anxiety, some with burnout, some with loneliness so prolonged it stopped feeling unusual, and some simply forgot, little by little, how to participate in the outside world without feeling overwhelmed by it. People who rarely leave the house are usually not avoiding life itself, they are avoiding a feeling. Home softens that feeling temporarily. The trouble is that a place built for comfort can quietly become a place built for hiding, and hiding, done long enough, stops feeling like a choice. It just starts feeling like Tuesday.